Hey, eclectic homeschoolers, woohoo, you're here! Let's learn to explore math everywhere together. For those of you who don't know, I live part-time out of a camper van dubbed the Evergreen Queen, and I've lived in her since 2013. So together, Evergreen Queen and I explore the eastern Sierra Nevada mountains, looking for the beauty and wonder of math found in her wildflowers, trees, in the sky, on the ground, you name it. I'm just passionate about the Eastern Sierra and getting outdoors and seeing what glorious math connections I stumble across next here in the Eastern Sierra. Recently, I was taking my morning walk through a lovely Sierra Mountain town, and I walked right past the public library, and lo and behold, I found the most beautiful snapdragons growing between the sidewalk and the side of the library building. So I stopped, I pulled out my camera phone, and I began closely admiring and photographing the beautiful snapdragons. So what did I find? I found a tall stem with closed ovoid flower buds growing in a spiral helix ready to pop open. I found it fascinating that before the flowers open, they're nearly perfect three-dimensional ovals. Once they open on one end, as snapdragons do, they reveal a cartoonish monster mouth with bright colors for the pollinators to enter to collect pollen. And while I was videoing, the coolest thing happened. So here I am videoing the snapdragon flower stalk, and this bumblebee enters various snapdragon flowers, and it was just incredible. It was such a beautiful moment, and I captured it. Firstly, the spiral flowered growth pattern all the way up the tall thin stem. The stem was about 3 feet tall. Like I said, spirals are one of nature's most common patterns. Next, the flower buds are in three-dimensional ovals, which is a geometric shape. So what's so great about observing math like this in nature? Well, it connects math with real life, which answers that age-old childhood question, when are we going to use this, right? What a dramatic difference to see math in action as opposed to reading it from dry, boring textbook like they have us do in traditional schools, learning traditional math curriculum. This enriches and enlivens math. It brings it alive. There's a term used called living math. Well, the plants use math all the time for optimal growth and health, and we eat a lot of plants. So it's like we're eating math, right? You and your kiddos can start right in your own backyard, and you can begin to hone your math and nature observation skills. Not only do you get outdoors for some much needed fresh air and sunshine, seeing these patterns in nature awakens a sense of exploration and creative awe found right there in your own backyard, front yard, side yard, your own local neighborhoods. You can branch out a little further. So can this type of outdoor math exploration replace your current traditional math curriculum? Of course, that's totally up to you and your chosen homeschool style. Yes, it can if you choose to deschool, unschool, or relax your homeschool math learning. Otherwise, this is a great way to supplement your current math curriculum, which leads me to a special invitation to you. Check out the Math Art online unit study course bundle, ideally for kiddos ages 8 and up. Younger siblings often join in the lessons with their older siblings. Click the link with this description to check out the details about Math Art. And I also want to share some testimonials with you from some of my homeschool parents who have shared with me, who have gone through the Math Art course with their kids. I would say my all-time favorite testimonial is from my homeschool learner, Megan B. Now, Megan has dyscalculia. I believe she's since graduated high school. She's an artist. But this is what Megan said. So after she took my Math Art course, she said, "Math has always been a cold, empty, meaningless subject to me. Now, after taking Math Art, I realized that math is in fact a helpful tool." So right at the top there, you can see there's Megan. The testimonial I just read, Desiree Wins, homeschool mom. So one of my goals this school year is to get outside and discover nature more with the kids, but putting together nature studies seems like such a daunting task lately. With NatureGlo's eScience Math Art online unit studies, the work is already done. Thank you, Desiree. Daughter of blogger Southern Mommy of 3. This is what the daughter said after going through math art. She said, I've honestly never thought about how much detail there is in things in nature around me. I knew I always loved nature and looking at it, but now I will stop and appreciate each detail a little more. Tara Scott, homeschool mom, said, we fell in love. I especially loved that the courses all have sections that apply art projects with what has been learned. My daughter is hugely hands-on and loves art projects, so these were the best. Thank you, Tara. Betty Daly, homeschool mom, said, my daughter loved the fun activities that reinforced the lessons. She was mesmerized with the concepts that were used in these cultures and couldn't wait to sit down and learn how they used math in everyday situations. And there's Betty Daly's daughter working on a math art project from the Math Art Online Unit Study course. Patty Pierce wrote, my daughter and I appreciate the flexibility of being able to pick and choose from a variety of courses to create the perfect learning experience. Thank you, Patty. I love that. It's well spake. As the creator of the Math Art program, I hadn't really thought about it that way, but yes, you can go down any number of rabbit trails that you choose. You can put together any learning roadmap that you choose with the Math Art year-long and beyond online course. Crystal, aka Finnamoon, homeschool mom, said there was so much in the lessons we went through that even I learned along with my kids. We can't wait to delve in deeper. Thank you, Crystal. Love that. Jennifer, homeschool mom from the Schoolhouse Teachers Review crew. She wrote, we got started in math art, observing a beautiful bean mosaic, which really inspired my girls to search out artistic opportunities with all sorts of stuff outdoors. We are heading to the beach tomorrow, and they cannot wait to find shells and rocks to get creative with. So, and that's what I love about homeschoolers is you give them an idea and they just go off and running and create their own rendition of the idea. Every one of my kiddos, she wrote, from the 5 years old to the 15-year-old, found something that they were super excited about. I found a handful as well that I determined to complete with or without my kiddos. Haha, I love that. And that's also something that was eye-opening to me, was reading from a homeschool mom that wanted to go through the course, like lessons herself. In fact, I have been approached by homeschool parents asking me to create a math art course for adults, geared for the adults. I have not done that, but if there is more demand for it, hey, maybe that is something that I will do in the future. At the present, the math art enrollment is now open at this special pricing. I just finished my Math Learning Secrets Challenge. This special pricing listed. Click the link and go to the math art enrollment page, and I hope to see you on the inside.